What's up, guys? I am currently 5 weeks and 3 days out from my next show. Right now I'm cooking up some salmon and rice. I have 6 ounces of salmon and 160 grams of white rice. I like to cook it on the grill, just to make it like a little hibachi, just to make my meals a little bit more enjoyable. Actually, I had a long day today. I went to the BPI Sports headquarters, and I'm really excited because we have a huge series that we're gonna be launching, and it's gonna be based around me, and basically it's gonna have, you know, all the insights of what I go through when I'm preparing for a show, you know, my emotions, how I feel, my energy levels, any stress that I have in my life during that time period. So it's gonna be really, really cool to see, you know, how everything's put together. Obviously, when you guys see my vlogs, I edit it myself, and it's just literally me holding a camera just like this. So it's gonna be really cool to have more of a documentary kind of feel to it, and I'm really excited to, you know, get working on that. I actually went to Publix, which is a grocery store, and I picked up some top sirloin steak, and then I got 2 pounds of tilapia. Planning on cooking that a little later. Probably gonna take a nap after I had the salmon and rice meal. I've been up since like 8 a.m. and it's already 5 p.m. and I'm planning on training some arms probably around 8:30 with my girlfriend. So I'm gonna take you guys through the workout, show you guys, you know, quick little tips on what I like to do for arms and what I did to, you know, see little improvements. So that should be pretty cool. Got my 2 little puppies. They're literally so tired all the time. They play with each other. Just run around the whole entire house. It's a mess here, so I'm not gonna show you guys. But this is the meal that I'll be eating before I take a nap. Just want to show you guys how it looks. It's pretty much like a hibachi. If you were ever to go to like a hibachi grill, you kind of cook it right on the grill for you guys, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just really tasty. I'll put like a little soy sauce in there. And today's my actual moderate carb day. Don't mind the actual handwriting. I know it's terrible, but today's my moderate carb day, and then I have low carb day. I'll get into more detail with my actual meals on one of these next videos, and just do like a full day of eating, showing you guys, you know, all my meals. I do plan on cooking the steak and tilapia when I wake up, just to show you guys how I do it and how I, you know, store it and keep it fresh for the next few days. This is something I do probably maybe 2 or 3 times a week, because, you know, I don't want to cook something and then eat it like 6 days later. I kind of cook enough to last me for the 3 days, and then I do the same thing again, like basically every 3 days. But it's time for me to eat this and take a nap. He's like, I'm ready to go to bed too. Damn, he got so big. He got long. Look how long he is. His head needs to grow though. Oh, look at him. He's still a little baby. Just got to the gym. It is around, I think, 10:30 p.m. So I took about a few hours, like 2-3 hour nap. I feel really good and energized, so I'm gonna get this arm workout in. I'm gonna be training at a 24-hour fitness out here in Miramar. So the lighting here is pretty cool. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the exercises that I like to do when I train some arms. All right, guys, first workout is gonna go down. I'm about to do the rope and tricep push-downs. For this, I kind of like go on my knees so that way I don't use momentum. And the main goal is to really contract at the bottom and then control the negative on the way up. And I'll do about 3 sets. I'll shoot for 10 to 12 reps. form's starting to give out, so I'm trying to lean over, but make sure you try to control that.
We want to change 100 million lives. We want to introduce 100 million people to the person they should be and they could be.
Do you feel that it's harder working out now that you're closer to your prep or closer to your show? Yeah.
It does be challenging because I'm not getting as much food and I'm doing a lot of cardio. So my energy levels are definitely
different
down.
sizes and shapes. It's gender neutral. It's 5 million unbreakable bonds. Bonds made of like
that's how I kind of look at it. And based on my previous shows, when I feel my worst, it's probably my best. Well, I have 5.5 weeks, so it's not too bad right now. Shoot 10 to 12 reps and a total of about 3 sets. Also, if you guys have any questions about any of the exercises that I was doing, drop a comment below. If you guys have any questions, and I'll try to get back to you guys. And workout is all complete. Now it's time to supper, do this cardio. Right now I'm doing cardio 7 days a week, every single day. The most comfortable cardio machine for me is the Stairmaster or elliptical. Usually the main goal is to keep my heart rate between 125 and 135 beats per minute, and for me that's fat burning zone, and that's where I've seen most of my results. I don't really do high intensity cardio just because I feel like it takes a while for me to recover from them. But yeah, I usually do low intensity steady state in my cardio, so I'm about to bang out 30 minutes, do extra 10 minutes just because I really gotta push myself. Just got home from the gym. Let me just give you guys a quick little physique update and show you guys how I'm looking right now at 5 weeks and 3 days out from my my next show. Give me a back shot. Not too bad. My back usually is the first thing that really tightens up, and then my lower abdominal is like the last part that really tightens up. But it's time to get this post-workout meal in. I was like, damn, they're about to eat again in front of me. What is that?
I don't want to know.
That looks like
It's chicken rice.
Chicken rice and soy sauce?
And syrup.
Syrup. She's actually 4 weeks out now from Miami Nationals.
Yeah.
4 weeks out from Miami Nationals. So she's
doing some weird things because I'm starving right now.
She actually been dieting for like the past like 20 weeks. She did a show in was it August?
Yeah.
In August, she actually won the overall there, her first show in bikini. So she's currently prepping for nationals. She's actually on a really crazy schedule. She's like living 4 lives into one. So like for me, to be honest, I feel like my life is like very, very, you know, easy compared to hers. So if I ever have a hard day, I kind of just think about how tough her day is, and then I kind of just reflect on, you know, it could be worse. Taste test. That's mad good with the syrup. Holy crap.
To cheat for prep.
You guys have chicken? What is it? Rice, chicken, syrup.
Alright, you gotta make like a little stir fry. So I put my chicken, it was pre-cooked chicken. I heated it up on the stove with, I mean, I'm only getting a 1/4 cup of rice, or 1/4 cup of rice for my post-workout meal, so it's like nothing. But if you put it all on the stove, you put a little bit of soy sauce, and then we got some sugar-free syrup. So I think the carbs are like 4 carbs or something like that for a serving, and you can use quite a bit. And yeah, it gives you like a little sweet and salty, and there you go.
What made you do that in the first place? Like put the syrup on there.
I love like sweet and salty anything, so I was just really craving something, and I couldn't help it. I was like, this needs to taste like chicken and waffles with syrup or something. That's exactly what it tastes like. If you ever had chicken and waffles and you put syrup on it, that's exactly what it tastes like. So it's pretty good. Yeah,
I remember the one show I had just broiled chicken and just plain rice, and I just put salt and peanut butter on the actual chicken. And I remember she was looking at me like, does that taste good? Trust me, it tastes amazing. Anything tastes good when you're like 2-3 weeks out from the show.
I have not tried that yet, but I believe it.
No, it literally tastes like a dessert.
You start doing some weird shit. I would have never thought I'd put syrup on my chicken and rice.
Cooking up my post-workout meal. Here I have 6 ounces of chicken breast, 160 grams of white rice. And what I usually do with my chicken is I cook it in bulk, and I have about 3-4 days worth. Kind of just shred it up and put it in a container like this. Yeah, that's my post-workout meal. I'm actually going to be cooking some tilapia and steak after I eat this meal, so I can give you guys an idea on how I actually prep the meal and put it in the container, and the method I use to cook the actual tilapia or steak. And it's pretty tasty, so I'm going to show you guys. It's getting really late right now. It is 1:59 a.m. But you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta cook these meals just so I can stay on track with my diet, because I am, you know, a few weeks out from a show. Here I have about 2 pounds of tilapia, and the seasonings that I use for the tilapia is garlic powder, garlic salt, and Italian seasoning. I wash all the tilapia and then I just season it. And one of the best investments I've made so far is this Ninja air fryer. It's very convenient, and it cooks really fast and easy. And over here I have some top sirloin steak, basically the same seasonings I used for the tilapia, but the only difference is I'm adding a little bit of onion powder to it. And I cook this on the skillet. I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. Let's load up this tilapia, show you guys how this thing works. You can honestly just load it up on top of each other just like that. It's really cool how this thing works. But this should last me, well, this is for my girlfriend as well, because she's actually prepping for nationals. So this should last us about a few days, and then I do it again. Like I said before, I do it probably every 3 days. But the job itself it's probably like a 30-minute job. It's not too bad, and food is delicious too. Especially, you know, when I cook it the way I want it to be. Without a doubt, it's really good. First thing I do is close the lid, and I do bacon roast at 400 degrees. I do that for 15 minutes. And then after that 15 minutes, I put this other lid that it comes with, and that kind of like pressure cooks it and gets the inside very soft. So I'm gonna show you guys how that thing works. But let's load up this steak. These Pam original. It's basically 0 calories, 0 everything. Sorry, the lighting here is not that great. But put the steak. I usually season the top side just like this, and then when I actually put it on the actual skillet, I season the other side. So let me show you guys how I do that. It's kind of tough right now, like I'm vlogging and trying to do this. My girlfriend's actually in the shower. It is really late, so I'm just trying to show you guys an example on how to cook, you know, food in bulk, and you know how easy it is. It's really not that complicated. It just takes a little bit of time, but you know, if you want to be on a very, you know, consistent and structured diet, and you want to know the exact food that you're consuming every day, and you want to just be on a meal plan, then you know, I recommend, you know, doing this, because this is what's really going to keep you on track with your diet, because you kind of hold yourself accountable. And if you cook a lot of food, you know, you're not just gonna waste it. But here I'm putting on some garlic powder, and then some garlic salt, right on top, just like that. Last but not least, the onion powder. And I still keep it a little bit rare. I try to do like a medium rare, and usually it comes out really good, and I cut it up. So just gonna let this sit here and cook, and then I'm gonna show you guys the result of the food when it's done. 2:04 a.m. So we're gonna see how long it's gonna take for me to finish this job. Steak looks like it's ready to go. So what I do is I pretty much kind of just load it up into a container like this that I can, you know, refrigerate. You see, it's still like, it's like a medium rare. Pretty much just cut into it like this. Look at Bubba, he smells it. He smells it from a mile away, and he's like, you know, trying to hunt it down. But pretty much just cut at it like this. There, but yeah, pretty much I put all of it in a container like this, and then I store it right in the refrigerator. And then whenever I get a meal ready, say I do 6 ounces of this, I literally just take out this container, get a scale, put a plate on it, weigh out the protein, and then I just do that every single time. And for me, that makes things a lot easier instead of, you know, pre-packing it, and because I can already live like a robotic lifestyle as it is. So if I can, you know, somehow make it more enjoyable and not, you know, have to prepare every single meal to the T. But you know, obviously if I'm gonna be heading out or going somewhere, I would prepare ahead of time. You know, look at that. And then now just gotta wait for the tilapia. Basically it pressure cooks, and then all the steam's in here. It's ready to go. Got a nice glass container. Let me show you guys the magic of this air fryer. Look at that. Basically do the same thing as the steak. It's super soft right now. You can see it almost breaking apart. It's like really good. But pretty much just fill this thing up. Usually I wouldn't be doing it this late, but with the time that I have, this is just something I gotta do. But good thing I had a nap earlier. You know, I'm not really feeling extremely tired, but then that can also be bad because I can be, you know, up all night. But I have one more meal, and I'm gonna show you guys that meal in about an hour and a half when I have it. It's tilapia right there. Good to go. I'm gonna have the steak over here. That's just my advice on how I do it. You know, just giving you guys a little insight on what I do. You guys don't have to follow it, but if this is just more for the people that don't really know what to do when it comes to cooking or preparing meals. I know it seems like a lot of work, but you know, if you really just dial it down to what you really need to get done and just cook a lot at once, it's honestly not really that bad. But yeah, pretty much done, and check the time. 2:35. I think I started at 2:04 a.m. so that's about 31 minutes. And I think I called it. I said it was gonna take 30 minutes to do. But yeah, it's a pretty easy job. Sometimes I'll even cook salmon and be cooking all three at the same time. But the thing with salmon, it's pretty easy. I'll get a big piece, and then I just throw it right in the oven for about 30 minutes. And same thing, just put it right into one of these containers. And then let me show you my refrigerator with how it's set up. Well, it's kind of empty right now. That's why I cooked it. I have some salmon in there, chicken, spring mix, egg whites, and that's like some strawberry 0-calorie drink. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna show you guys my next meal in about an hour and a half. Last meal of the day is about to go down. I'm about to do a protein pudding kind of thing. I usually do this, especially when I have bad cravings. I have such a big sweet tooth. So I'll do 2 scoops of the S'mores Best Protein. after, and then I'll do 16 grams of all natural peanut butter. It's very important. You don't want to put too much water. You want to have the right amount of consistency. So kind of want to eye it out. After you add the water, you just stir it up. And it becomes like a pudding. Let me show you guys how it looks when it's done. This is the final outcome. This is the consistency that you want. So it's like a pudding. And then you want to add some cinnamon on top. Just like this. And then it goes straight into the freezer. And I usually let that sit for about 15 minutes, and then it's good to go. Alright, let's see how it's looking. Ooh, there we go. It's kind of like a ice cream. Yeah, there we go. It's perfect. You can honestly add a little bit more salt to this if you want it to be a little bit more salty. It's getting late, but yeah, I'm gonna eat this and then go to bed.